Now let's get started with calculus. Now that you understand why calculus and where does that formula come from, now let's start with calculus. Right, now, so like I said, you don't need to know this. This is just there to put you in the picture so that we're leveling the playing fields. You and me, we need to see maths from the same pair of eyes. We are on the same playing field. We are on the same page. Okay, the same whiteboard. Right, let's go. What are the topics that you need to know? Now, I'm going to put these topics down in exactly the same way as it's going to appear in your exam. So, the first topic that you need to know in calculus, question number 1. Now, calculus, guys, before we get started, is going to be 40 marks in your exam, which is approximately, if your paper is out of 150, it's approximately a third of your paper. 40 to 50 marks, a third of your paper. That means only if you answered calculus and question number 1, you would get 50% for your paper. Can you fail maths? No, you can't. But the question here is not failing. It's about how well you go, or it's not about passing, it's about how well you're going to pass. Are you going to get your distinction in mathematics or not? Okay, so just getting calculus right and getting your quadratics right is enough to give you 50%. Forget about sequences and series. Forget about finance. Forget about probability. Forget about everything else. Just calculus and question number 1 is enough to get you 50 to 60% for your paper. The balance is just bonus marks. But we're not aiming for that. We're aiming for 100. You know that you always get 20% less than what you aim for. So you aim for 100, you're going to get 80. You aim for 80, you're going to get 60. Some of you only aim for 40. So you know where you end up. Right. So let's get started. Calculus. First question. First principles. First principles. That's your first question for 5 marks. Question number 2. Derivative or limit. That would be, so let's put a mark allocation here. Let's put 5 marks there. The derivative or the limit, we give it another 5 marks. Then we've got differentiation. You're going to get 2 questions in, one easy, one difficult. You know the style of the paper. Grade 12s, you've been working through past papers. I don't need to tell you all of this. You do have your past paper booklet. You guys have been working through past papers and memos before. You know the drill. You know the drill. So differentiation, you got 2 types. One for 3 marks and one for 5 marks. So these are your mark allocations. Differentiation. Then you've got finding the equation of a tangent to a point. Finding the equation of a tangent at a point. And that's going to be another 5 marks. Then we've got the cubic graph that is giving everybody nightmares. But don't worry, we've got some simplified ways to show you how to sketch and how to determine equations of the cubic graph. So the cubic graph, let's call it another 12 marks. Then you've got calculus application, which we now call optimization, maximization, optimization. And that will include your volume and your total surface area. And that would be another 10 marks. So 10 plus 12, 22, 32, 42, 43 marks. So let's call it plus minus 40 marks. There we go. There are your 40 marks for calculus. That is your checklist. We're now going to go through each of these topics. So now, if you do have it, make a nice box around it. And these are the topics that we are going to be covering.